is the main parking area where you'll go down to the main falls, the main attraction of the park, so to speak. Here we are. Here we are at the main falls, actually the falls of the park, the main attraction, I should say, of the park. Although there's multiple trails, multiple mountain bike trails, hiking trails, some other waterfalls in the park as well too. As you can see, we've got some youth school field trip. This park is near Austin, within 30-minute drive of Austin. You can always tell that by the number of Priuses and Subaru Outbacks parked in the parking lot up there. But so that's what you'll encounter here. You'll encounter a bunch of Austinites, kids. You'll encounter tourists from Germany, from all over the world. I've met people out here, people walking their dogs, taking their kids in backpacks. Just normal park. Very, very beautiful park that's very close to a major urban area. So let's head down. I don't know about you, but that makes me want to go swimming. Man, bad. Pretty cool because the entirety of the Pedernales River, Pedernales, but locals call it Pedernales, flows through these cracks right here. These few cracks. Now the Pedernales is not a massive river by any means, but it's still pretty cool that it all bottlenecks right here at this set of falls. Very beautiful. I'm here on today is the November 16th, 15th, on a Tuesday, not very crowded. On weekends, this place will look like a ant mound that you just kicked. Be crawling with people. So try to plan accordingly. Here's a spring below the main falls. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a little minnow right there where the water's bubbling up. A couple of them swimming around. That's cool. Behind this big rock that leads down, there's water from the underground spring flowing down into the main river. A few years ago, there was a cottonwood tree here that would, this little spring was in the shade, and you could sit underneath the shade next to the little bubbling spring. It was really, really nice. Very, very cool. But there's tremendous flash floods that happen over these falls and cover the entire area with raging, boiling, brown chocolate floodwaters. And the shade-giving cottonwood tree went away with one of the last floods. Alright, one last look from the bottom of the falls up to the major falls. Here's the chute that just begs to be kayaked. Going all the way down through the channel, down to where the river picks back up on the other side of these rocks. Look at that. Oh man. What a waste. Okay, I'm at the kiosk for Wolf Mountain Trailhead. Here's the parking lot. They've got a little faucet for you to fill up your water. This is where you'll enter to do primitive camping along the trail. Also, there is a old homestead back there next to Jones Spring. The spring doesn't flow that much because, as you can see, they haven't done much cedar mitigation in this park. There's a lot more water flowing back in the days when there wasn't as much cedar. But my favorite part of this trail, and I have done primitive camping back in here, pack in, pack out, way back in the back, is beautiful. I'm going to show you my favorite spots along this trail. Now about, the watch says about 20 minutes down the trailhead, you'll cross the second creek called Bee Creek. I know, how many Bee Creeks and Wolf Creeks are there in this world? Then you're going to come to kind of, used to be a little known hidden pool, but now it's pretty well known. There's even a shortcut path up the trailhead, cutting across the little section of woods to get to it now. But to me, walking along the creek down from the trail is much better. You get to see the springs coming out of the rock. Get to see these magic little pools. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. And it is pretty slick here. People jump off that cliff into the water. There is actually an underwater cave under there. And just look how crystal clear that water is. Beautiful. And you know I'm going to get you some underwater footage every chance I can. So let's do it. It's gonna be cold. Now after you leave the pool, if you get on the side, the cliff side everyone jumps off of, and just keep following it down about 300 to 400 yards, there's a very faint trail. You'll come to what, when my boys were small, and I guess we still call it, we call the Hidden Canyon. This is probably my favorite place in the whole park. And we're about to go down through there and walk through it. It's kind of a slot canyon. Really cool. Alright, so keep walking on the cliff. Another 20-30 yards, you find a natural fault in the rock here. And here's the entrance. Let's go check it out. A little bit tight. You can imagine when the boys were little, we found this place after going and doing some bouldering. We were walking up the side of the cliff to find our way out, back up. And we found this spot. And it was like a little hidden gem. And I'm sure other people have known about it forever. So when we first found it, it was awesome. There's where I came from. And now we're exiting the canyon. It's only about, I don't know, 50 yards long maybe. But unless you know it, It really is kind of hidden. Very cool. Alright, so just got through parking at the swimming designated parking area. It's the only section in the park where you're is designated, or part of the river is designated just for swimming. So we're coming down the stone path. So that's it. A couple of spots there in Pedernales Falls State Park in Johnson City. A couple of my favorite spots there. The rest of the park's pretty obvious for first-time visitors. Just wanted to show a couple of spots where, if you've never been, you might want to check it out. A couple of good spots. And once again, I'll leave you with a little bit of Furry Pete action down at Canyon Lake swimming. Brought to you by J.B. Goodwin Realtors, Laura Simmons. For any of your housing needs, looking for land or anything in the hill country, give her a call. And also by Bracken Christian School in beautiful Bulverde, Texas. Bracken Christian Warriors. Moving pretty good. Got some good wake. Got the jib out.